All right, let me just get this out of the way immediately. This year was just atrocious. Now, the first thing you're probably thinking is, why were there no cartoons uploaded? Well, there's a few reasons. One, the workload this year has just been insane, and unfortunately, you need money to live, and that's just how it is. But just because you don't see anything getting uploaded doesn't necessarily mean nothing's going on behind the curtain. Another reason it's been such a long time is due to the fact that these animations I've been working on have literally been the hugest, most detailed projects I've ever done. So to those of you who have been patiently waiting for an animation, I apologize and I thank you. Videos are in the works, as cliche as that sounds. On another note, a few months ago I tried to finally get that game I mentioned numerous times finished and attempted to get it funded, but long story short, that didn't go so well. So I decided to ditch the near 3 years of work I spent on that thing and move on, at least until further notice. Now that that's out of the way, at least that freed up a little bit of time and effort to go into the other projects. Everything's got its upside, as heartbreaking as it was. I've still been writing, I've still been practicing artwork, I've got tons of ideas and plans for the future, and it's gonna take time, obviously. This year was the slowest year I've had since I started this channel, and I feel bad about it. I feel bad for everyone who's been waiting for a new cartoon. But not only has my physical time been overburdened during 2016, but so has my mind. I'm not gonna go into that, but this has literally been the single worst year of my whole life to date for so many reasons, and I know I basically said the same exact thing last year, and I stand by what I said, but now this year has proven to be even worse, if that was even possible. So to put it short, this year sucked and I hated it, but I've been constantly working on one thing or another practically the entire time, so stuff I've mentioned before is still in production, just to remind you. Alright, well now that all of that garbage is out of the way, let's move on to the positives. As usual, I've been doing voice work. I got to voice Vexter the cat in the first episode of Creed's Vampire Pixel in the Neon City series, and that was simply awesome. Creed's a cool guy. You should check him out. In fact, back in 2012, I voiced a Time Lord in one of his Oddball cartoons. That was also pretty cool. I also got to voice this guy in Hayden Creates the Creamery Warlock cartoon, as well as a character in another project of his, Ice Dream Sandwich. Both are actually really, really hilarious. Oh yeah, it was also Evil Flowey the Flower in Undertale Flowey's Perception by Curious Dragon Animations. That was also pretty cool. Now, in the middle of the year, I uploaded a speed painting, and I think speed paintings are pretty cool, and I do have quite a few others ready to get put together and uploaded, but I wasn't really sure how interested people would be in them, and that's why I was sort of hesitant on publishing them. Maybe after I finally release a cartoon or two. I also did some YouTube live streams this year, but eventually I got kind of sick of them, so I stopped. Maybe next time. I do have a Twitter now. I had one for a while, but I kept it a secret because I basically just wanted to use it to send messages and didn't want to really get involved in anything, but the cat got out of the sack, and well, here it is if you want to follow it. So all in all, don't get me wrong, I had a handful of fun times and got the chance to meet some pretty awesome people this year, but as a whole, it was just a year of complete stress, anxiety, discouragement, disappointment, and basically every single negative word you can conjure, all wrapped up into one ball of crap. So here's hoping that the trend of the years getting increasingly worse will end right here, right now, and 2017 will turn things around. I have a good feeling about it, actually. So again, I apologize. I apologize for the wait, but stuff is coming, and I'm working on it. I have a very, very good feeling about 2017, so let's turn this around!